Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Building Basics, where today I'll be showing you how to make your builds look overgrown and ruined. So let's start by looking at this beautiful house. I mean, it's not the best I could have done, but it was all I needed for the video. So, how do we turn this ruined? Because right in front of me I have an example of a ruined version of this. So here you go, you can see it is definitely ruined. You can see some overgrown leaves, some destroyed walls and some cobwebs inside. But how do I actually make this effect happen? So I'm going to be taking you through the three main steps I use to make a house ruined. So number one is adding leaves. This makes it look overgrown, like it's been like this for a while. So by adding leaves and destroying a few blocks which they would cover anyway, because you don't really want a meter by a meter area of leaves, like just on the side of a build, do you? You sort of want it a coating. So don't be worried to break full blocks to put this in, because it looks fine. It doesn't really matter. And this can just pile up and just go mad with it. It just needs to go in some sort of line, and you can make it curve round and then go over the top. I mean, my favourite type of leaf to use is oak, but also jungle works really well, especially if you want to have those extra details on there, because you've got some sort of fruit or some sort of cocoa beans, I guess, of some sort on there, which makes it look more interesting. Of course, spruce might be more fitting if you're in a different biome. The same with acacia, they're just fitting if you're in a different biome. So that is basically leaves, but if you're not exactly sure how to get started, I'd suggest try going up, especially if you're on a roof, in sections of 2, 3 and 1. That is basically all I do when I'm building this. I'm like 1, 2, 2, let's go for an interesting shape there. I'm trying not to think about it as much as possible, and I think that's the key for this. So now, how do I actually make the walls destroyed? So my main tip for this is start by blowing some walls up with TNT if you've started with a built house. If you're not starting with a built house and trying to build a ruined build itself, I'd suggest mixing in a lot of stairs and slabs into where you usually have some full blocks. This really gives the impression that it used to be a bit better than this. If you just have a load of normal blocks, 1, it will look a bit blocky, and 2, it will really look like it might have been supposed to look like this. So if you give some hints, like there are some bits missing by putting a stair like so, people can work out easily that this is ruined. And by using, instead of some bricks, for example, on this side we have some really nice polished andesite, we've got stone bricks, we've also got a bit of cracked stone bricks, so that was in the original build. We've replaced all the cracked stone bricks with cobblestone, all the stone bricks with cracked stone bricks, and all the polished andesite with stone bricks. We sort of downgraded it all, and adding cobblestone into where some bricks have been can really make it look like rubble. I'd also suggest, instead of just removing some blocks, I'd suggest adding some in other places as well. So make some walls stick out, or maybe make some slabs stick out as well. And also you can see here, especially if you've got a collapsed roof or ceiling, you can always add in some sort of parts of the ceiling that existed before down on the lower floor. And you can also, if you have like sort of bits of wood, you can end up having a similar colour block which looks like it sort of snapped like so, or something to make it look a bit more knobbly like that, to make it look like it's just not been cared for. That is something you can do. Now the final step is really one of the less important ones, which is adding cobwebs or adding other features. So cobwebs are really useful, especially indoors. I wouldn't put these outdoors. These look great on the interior of a ruined build, mostly because you can tell there's probably some spiders living in here. If you have these on the outside though, it looks slightly wrong. I mean, yeah, 1 or 2 every so often, but maybe not like large amounts, because with too many like that, it really is just a load of white, because cobwebs are really sort of a massive contrast to any other colour you have. So if you are going to use cobwebs on the outside of your build, put them just 1 by 1 and very finely, because you don't want too many of these. And on the interior, you can really do as much as possible, because it's going to be dark, it's going to be more compact because it's the interior, and therefore it can look like this. Now another thing I also do is sometimes mix in some stairs to certain parts where there wouldn't be stairs usually, just to make it look like a bit chipped out, but that is a smaller thing which I also cover on some other videos I have done in the past. So that is the main way to make a build look ruined or overgrown. So if you found this useful, please hit the like and subscribe button, as it will really help me out. And as always, do check out some of my other videos in the Minecraft Building Basics series, because I'm sure you'll find them useful alongside this one. And of course, I'll see you all later. Goodbye!